The older you get, the more you see the hand of providence in things. It sends us the Heatwave, but not before it equips us in its mercy with short-sleeved flannelette vests.
Ah! I wish I were on a long white beach with palm trees, a clear blue sea, and Dorothy Lamour. And Nora Batty.
What do you want Nora Batty for if you've got Dorothy Lamour?
Well, a bloke's got to have a bit of grit in his diet.
Young, attractive woman, Dorothy Lamour. Can't quite see her taken up with a small figure in a ferret skin and a pair of down-at-heel wellies.
Better make that 2 ferret skins.
Ah, but you see, Machine Gun Mouth, this happens to be a desert island, and I'm the only bloke what's on it.
Miss Dorothy Lamour would devote her life to making raffia baskets before she'd take up with you.
Not if I rescue her from the slimy clutches of a 40-foot octopus what is terrorising the natives until they fled.
Ah, yes. And in a fit of gratitude, she hurls herself at you.
You get the idea?
Yes, into the slimy clutches of a 5-foot octopus that's been terrorising the simple natives round about here for as long as I can remember.
I wish I hadn't seen that. You don't want to look in there. Oh, it's horrible. It's more like yuck.
Well?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
I mean, nothing.
In this heat, you're supposed to feel something. Didn't anything stir?
Nothing.
Oh, damn it all, Ivy. It's a well-known fact that tropical weather conditions make European women lose all sense of control.
We're out of raspberry ripple.
Other bloody legend gone.
You see, there's something so unnatural about seeing grown-up people holding bits of each other. I mean, look how it's killed the cinema industry.
We're married, aren't we?
And there's no possible excuse, is there? Sex is something precious that you should do with the lights out without ever getting excited about it. And in the meantime, could we have 3 still lemonades with ice, please?
With ice? You must be joking.
Well, let the tap run.
Oh, hello, Wally.
Hello, Foggy. Hello, Wally. How do you, Compo?
Hello, Wally.
Hello, Cleggy. Give 2 tea, Sydney, please. I wonder if there's a bit of some I could tempt her with. I know how the feels.
What does she like, apart from being miserable and scrubbing steps?
She's had some bad news.
Bad news, eh? Well, I'll say this much, Wally. She's got the face for it.
If there's anything we can do.
No, don't hesitate to ask. Because he'll volunteer Cleggy and me faster than you can say.
That won't do. I know how fast you can say certain words. We don't want any of that in here.
Oh, we're only going to say Jock Robinson.
No.
Jack Robinson.
No.
Derek Ibbotson.
Oh.
I thought I'd bring you out for an hour. You know, have a walk round town, take her out of a hotel. I wonder if there's out she fancies. There's me.
She used to fancy counting on her fingers when newlyweds were having a baby.
Well, there must be something that an ex-military man with a first aid certificate can do.
You better leave her to get on with her depression. Oh. Don't forget that the women round here have been training for it all their lives. Pessimism is a female Yorkshire art form.
When you look at the men, you can see why.
That's right. Put her in a good mood for the rest of the day. It's no wonder there's always a slump in my domestic harmony after you three have been in. I won't have you insulting my missus in here. Unless you can do it very quietly.
You know, if it weren't for the urges of the flesh, I think I could forget about women altogether.
Here, the types you've been out with take some forgetting. By God, I remember that one he once brought to that barbecue and dance we had for the new playing field. Oh, dear. Oh.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, come on now. She was very striking.
She didn't strike me.
Well, you were too quick for her.
He gave her a good home.
For unmarried mothers.
Is he still moaning because she got a bit merry?
Merry? Merry? It's the first time I've seen a vicar scream in mortal terror.
Last I heard, she were in Blackpool.
Well, if she goes through their hot dogs as fast as she went through ours, we're in for a short season.
We went to Blackpool once for the day when Mrs. Clegg was alive. Funny that. She was usually more level-headed.
How old do you think a bloke has to be before the urges in the flesh die down?
Speaking personally, in my own case, I was nearly 37.
Right.
Where did you pick this bird up?
Oh, I met her one sultry afternoon down the betting shop.
Oh, a marriage of true minds. You can just see it, can't you? Sitting there holding hands under the no spitting notice.
I think what she needs is another woman. Yeah.
Your tea.
Did you see that? I bet that's the first time he's touched her for years, except in self-defence.
Yes, well, I think the least we can do is to offer the woman our services.
Stay still. I've been offering her mine for years.
Ivy's coming now. That'll cheer her up.
Oh, my dear Wally. Come on. What is it, love?
Oh, buy it. That's cheer her up, isn't it?
They seem to know instinctively how to enjoy being sad.
I suppose it does women good to let the old emotions go once in a while. We men, of course, have to hide them behind a stiff upper lip.
Stiff upper lip? That looks like an untrimmed flue brush.
For crying out loud, is nobody going to ask him why she's weeping?
You don't do that kind of thing.
Suppose it's something personal.
Yeah. Well, they're usually the most interesting.
Oh, it's nothing personal. You're supposed to use a little tact, you know.
Quite.
Has she found out they got another woman?
Very tactful.
What do I want with another woman?
I sometimes wonder what you wanted with the first.
Well, you know how it is. It happened before I got seriously interested in pigeons. Has there one lately? I've had a bit of bad luck with my old grey female. Look, stop talking about Nora. I'm talking about the pigeon. Oh, hey, had a very nice second this week with a young un. Ah, lovely. Oh, she's gonna be a dream. Hey, I get up at night sometimes just to go out and have a look at her. Oh, when I see her...
Now then.
shh. You know, I worry about her.
Oh, for God's sake, is nobody going to tell us why she's weeping?
It's a brother Billy in Australia. They say he's not going to last till Christmas. Their Billy's been dying for the last 15 years.
That's true. I bet there's nobody more experienced at dying than their Billy.
Ah, but this time he seems to have his heart set on it.
Why is she rushing about like that in this heat?
Some say it's because she's a warm-blooded creature full of restlessness and passion.
And some say it's because she's crackers. She reckons work takes her mind off it.
Used to say me peculiar, I know that.
I'm surprised you can remember.
I've had to graft in my day.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? One day.
You know what, he's had enough, don't you?
Oh, my back went, didn't it?
Yeah, straight round to the bookies with the rest of you.
It seems like only yesterday that you two were having this very same discussion. Come to think of it, it was only yesterday.
They sell us on at me. We get on my wick.
Hey, up. Listen,
What's up?
she's gone quiet. She'll be upstairs in the bedroom brooding over their Billy's wedding photograph.
Well, if you can't get a laugh from a wedding photograph, you never will. We'll come back later, Wally, when she's in a happier frame of mind, eh?
Stay where you are. I've invited you here, haven't I? Isn't a man master in his own house?
You never liked our Billy.
Neither did you.
Not when he was well. But since he's been poorly, I've liked him.
Mary came to offer our sympathy.
And to ask if you could sew a patch on me on the vest.
Come away.
Well, then I can take my shirt off in this hot weather.
You should read our Billy's poor, pathetic letter.
Oh, spelling's not improved then.
We'll go round to your house and get you something nice to drink, like household bleach.
He has great difficulty in passing water.
Can't he move inland?
He's only 53. What kind of an age is 53?
Well, as I remember, it's a lot like 52. It still gets taken for granted, though. I mean, you never hear anybody saying that life begins at 53.
Why, Ian? Why our Billy?
Oh, I should be leaving. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I ought to be home before the dustbin lorry comes.
You know how always full of life he was, our Billy.
Yes, I always hate missing the dustbin lorry.
He was sighted 3 times. If ever his friends got divorced, they always named our Billy.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Mrs. Batty. Let go, Mrs. Batty.
Now all he dreams about is England. He'd be happy to go, he says, if he could just see one last English Christmas.
What?
That's what she said. One last English Christmas. With a grip like death on me shirt.
He'll never make it.
Oh, that's right. Be constructive.
Well, it stands to reason with their Billy has lost interest in chasing birds, then he's on the final decline.
It's very embarrassing having Nora Batty hold of your shirt.
She never holds mine.
Yes, it'll come away in her hands.
I wouldn't mind that. Letting her see me all magnificent male in me vest. You know, like Marlon Brando in a streetcar named Desire.
More like dust cart named Degenerate.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
You couldn't. Anyway, he said it.
What's all this, then? Are we about to witness some midsummer pagan rite?
Well, it's hot. I'm having a wash.
Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Oh, I don't do it very often.
We've noticed.
Oh, I mean, you're supposed to conserve water.
Yes, well, you must be the water board's least demanding customer. Have you got anything cold in the fridge?
What fridge?
Well, I understood you had a fridge. I mean, you were making all those boastful claims a few weeks ago about having a brand new fridge. Yeah, but bragging to complete strangers down at the Christian Aid coffee morning about the joys of making your own brown ale-flavoured ice cream. So where's the fridge?
He came to the conclusion that true happiness is not to be found in material possessions.
Right.
Oh, they've repossessed it.
Right. That's the last time they're going to get any business from me, I can tell you that.
By God, if that threat ever leaks out, it'll send share prices tumbling.
I think I'm losing weight. These trousers are getting baggier. It must be this hot weather.
The hot weather makes trousers baggier.
No, you daft buttock. The hot weather makes you eat less, so you lose weight.
Oh, so therefore you don't really need a fridge.
No, it's true. But I like to keep me wellies in it. You know, when I'm having a doze on an hot afternoon. God, they used to be lovely by 4 o'clock. Ice wellies.
Yeah, that would have baffled them down at Casualty on a blazing hot afternoon if you'd trotted in with frostbite. Wait a minute.
Yep, he's up again, another idea.
Oh dear, do you think so?
You can always tell 3 stages. 1, he goes like that. 2, he gets an idea. 3, he looks around for a couple of idiots like us to carry it out.
I've got an idea. Hey, where are you going?
Leave the door on the latch when there's finished, Foggy.
Well, the least you could do is to listen to it. Come back. Headman! Come back! Right.
I thought we'd lost him.
A Dewhurst never gives up. I think there's a bit of Labrador in him somewhere.
Ah! I was wondering about his ears.
Well, I suppose you two know you look ridiculous over there.
It's lovely, standing here on the cliff edge with the wind whistling up the valley. That's the first time I've been cool all day.
Oh, I tracked you down from the end of the lane. A few broken twigs, occasional imprint of a welly, that's all the trained observer needs.
That and the fact that we told you we were coming up here.
Yeah, you didn't say exactly where, did you? No, what's all this brave talk about a cliff edge, both standing there fearlessly on a drop of about 2'6"?
We tried bigger drops. Too scary.
Oh, yeah? Where did you two pluck up the courage to find a bigger drop? Oh. Oh.
We found the bigger drop just where you jumped, Bobby.
Fools! You could have killed me.
We can do better than that. At the shoulders in good hands, I am just about to give thee Yorkshire's most unforgettable kiss of life.
Well, if I my dead body. Hello, we're going back into town, and with the aid of my cine camera, we're going to make a short film as though it's Christmas, so that Laura's poor brother can have his last wish.
You sure you wouldn't rather have the kiss of life, Foggy?
Yes, what? In the middle of a flaming heatwave?
Yes, well, it's a sort of deception that the camera can do superbly. Well, in the hands of someone with the necessary technical flair.
Got about as much flair as a duck in slippers.
How the hell do you think you're going to kid anyone? It's Christmas.
Well, the Chamber of Commerce does it every year.
I don't like Christmas.
You might like it in midsummer.
You see, I thought it was something that we could do. And speaking as a visual artist, I find the challenge is stimulating.
You'll find yourself getting locked up if you keep coming up with ideas like that have the authentic ring of stupidity about them.
Hey, up, go, Kettle. He's very good at stupidity.
Oh, for goodness sake, stop making difficulties. If it'll bring a bit of pleasure to a poor lonely soul in Australia, we ought to give it a try.
It's such a dozy idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, now we're all agreed it's a good idea. How do we get on with it?
Well, I shall need a megaphone and a chair with my name across it.
Oh, Cecil B. Dewhurst.
Christmas. Some dozy bird turns up with a bit of butter and a packet of tea, when all a bloke like me wants, from a woman full of Christian charity, is a little bit of a tumble on me lonely sofa.
Well, anyway, think what it would save her on wrapping paper.
Wait, what me down? Now listen, before you toss me over that wall, I want you to ask yourself,
Now what is it?
why is it I'm the one that's being tossed over and not they?
Because you're the right weight.
And because if anything goes wrong, you're dressed for an accident anyway.
I never thought of that. No, wait. How can you know there's going to be any holly over there when I get over there?
There's always holly in an old churchyard. Now, if you went to church more often, you might notice that kind of thing.
He might also notice that everybody that goes to church regularly seems to finish up dead in the graveyard.
Get hold of him.
They gave me the real medal for this, you know. Could we have our ball back, please?
Where did you get this tree?
Oh, from one of the small branches of the Forestry Commission.
You thieved it?
Well, where are we going to buy one this time of the year?
Oh, my God, they thieved it.
Only one little branch. They've got a whole damn great forest.
Oh, and suppose everybody was to take just one little branch. Finish up looking like a bundle of toothpicks.
Oh, sure. They're all out there in this heat, desperate for a Christmas tree. The woods are swarming with them.
I will not have you thieving things.
We left a £1 note in an envelope pinned to the tree.
You didn't.
We did.
Oh. 75p would have been more than enough. Oh, we ought to have finished the set.
It'd be suicidal. Me trying to jump a net in this weather.
I'll be with you in a minute. Merry Christmas.
I bet they've got some holly.
And I bet they've got this huge thing with great teeth and a fierce growl. And that's only the lady of the house.
I'm not going in there. I'm fed up of being slung over walls. That bride's mother got quite nasty.
What is it about Christmas that can stir otherwise level-headed people into suddenly drinking British sherry?
People like these are used to dealing only with their own kind. So, obviously, I shall go in there while you two stay out here.
Obviously.
What makes you think they'll sell thee a pound worth of holly?
Well, a question of good manners. The way you approach people. Still a place, you know, for the social graces. Oh, yes, there's a dozen little signs by which they'll recognise me as one of their own kind.
Ah, and the biggest sign of all will be thee down on thy knees, crawling for all it's worth. Well...
They say adultery makes your knees sore. I remember Tommy Warburton emptying his soul of such details at that depressing corner table in the tap room of the Queen's. It was the night before they took him off to work their surgical magic on his hemorrhoids.
They say it's haunted, that table. They say anybody sits at that table for an hour gets suicidal.
Well, Tommy was in a gloomy mood.
Personally, I think it's that draft from the door to the gents.
It was the night that he swore that he'd give up his relationship with a certain married woman.
Fancy giving them up when they're certain.
Later, I understand, he tried the consolations of religion.
Did it do any good?
Well, it was all right so far, and then he found that too much praying was making his knees sore. The human frame, it seems, is designed for moderation in all things. But the people that I feel sorry for are those medical gentlemen who, despite years of expensive training, not to mention tailoring, still have to foregather on lovely summer mornings around the hindquarters of people like Tommy Warburton, charming as he may be from almost any other direction.
Will it have any berries on it at this time of the year, I wonder? Hey, oh, he's got a sprig or two. What's this? Who told it to get some molly? Not a bit of bike cleaners. Why did you get a pound worth, like we said?
This is a pound's worth.
What? She took the quid, the whole lot. Hey, up! No wonder you live in a big house. You great big dollop. Why don't you belt her one and pinch some more?
That is not a gentleman's way.
You've got to admit, Compo, there's something almost breathtaking about that haughty contempt for the economic facts of life. You'd think he'd be nationalised. Compo? Compo?
He wouldn't, would he?
Not in broad daylight.
You shouldn't have let him out of your sight.
No, but he's probably walked round the corner. He's probably gone home.
Yeah, that's probably done, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be stealing holly in people's gardens on in broad daylight, would he? Even he wouldn't. Would he? Good grief. No. Now, look, try holding these. Right, now, see, I want you to smile. A nice big smile. Nice big smile as though you've just had a lovely big Christmas dinner. See, you're replete relaxed, content.
Hey, how much longer? I'm boiling.
Shut up and do it for her, Billy. If you're told to smile, smile.
No, look, I want to smile, a nice big after-dinner smile, not a spasm of indigestion. So now, let's try a nice big smile, shall we? Now, come along, a big smile. Big Christmas smile, that man.
My ferret smiles more than Wally. Mark you, it's got something to smile about. I use it for breeding.
Action. Now, Wally, I want you to reach out and take one, slowly savouring every moment.
Oh, they go melty.
It's like dipping your fingers in chutney.
Oh, don't wipe it off your clean hanky.
Ah, leave me alone, woman. It's Christmas.
No, it's not Christmas.
I think we need a change of location, a completely different scene.
Ah, Whitsuntide?
Yes, I think I've got all the atmosphere that is possible to get here. Oh,
Fairly atmospheric.
Oh, I hope you haven't nipped your career in the bud, fella.
Cecil B.
Oh, yes, Cecil B.
We'd like to have something very light, perhaps with a bit of salad.
You'll have turkey and plum pudding and like it.
2 turkey and plum pudding, please.
that man, come closer. Look, would you... Are you wearing your winter hose or your summer hose?
Look, get on with it.
Now look, I want you to keep that space for me. I'm setting a 10-second delay, right? Right, there. Here we go. Right. Action. Snow.
What's he saying? I don't know. But it doesn't sound like a Merry Christmas.
Windows.
Terrible state, them sash cords. How many times have I told you?
Where can you find anybody these days to mend sash cords?
That's right enough. There isn't any craftsmen left.
And if there was, you wouldn't be able to afford them.
Would you mind postponing this discussion on the state of the industry until you got me out of this window?
Is the back crushed?
It's morbid idiots like you that gawp at air crashes. Can you wiggle your toes?
You have to pass a test before they'll let you out of this window.
If you can wiggle your toes, it means your spinal column is probably all right.
It's all right. I'm not injured. It's just that it's getting a bit boring being here.
If somebody can get a ladder and push the window up from the outside while I push it from the inside.
What we want is a ladder, so that someone can push it up from the outside while Sid pushes it up from the inside.
I don't know how you think up these schemes.
About them sash cords, I told him 1,000 times.
I'm afraid I have to ask you ladies to move. And you don't want to be crushed by a falling ladder.
Now you be careful if you're going up that ladder.
I'm not going up any ladder. Let's take it back here where the pavement's more smooth. Go on, to me. Right. It's no good there. Take it back. Take it back. Well, lift it.
What are you playing? The best of 3?
Come now, Diddy. What are you trying to do? Kill him? All right, don't worry. Be all right now. That's about it. Oh. Right now, I want a volunteer. Good man, I'm proud of you.
What?
Right, illustrate off.
Wait a minute.
There we are.
I'm a volunteer.
Don't make that.
Listen,
That's it.
I'm a volunteer for anything. What are you talking
Get
about?
up this
What? I'm a volunteer. Who volunteered?
Up there. Come on, get up.
I'll get all these jobs.
Isn't it telling Miss Francis?
Don't look.
I'm trying not to. But it draws you like something mysterious and evil.
It's just this unusual angle.
Haven't got it.
Well, it's not for either of us to pass an opinion on.
Never mind fiddling with your rear number plate. You'll need both hands for this window.
What about showing him rear?
Oh, forget about that other little window on the world. It's a question of priorities.
Cut down that man slowly, or turn to face your front.
Stop interfering, Foggy, and who knows, one day he may expose himself for England.
Just you keep hold of that ladder.
Push!
I am pushing.
Telegram here from Australia. It's about your Billy. It's a lot better. He's run off with his nurse.
There's not much point in her reading it now, is there?
Well, help me in. I can't go down hanging out in trousers.
He's up and about again.
Oh, great. A Merry Christmas to your Billy.
Are you sure it was a Colorado beetle?
Ah, listen, frog face, I've seen enough police notice posts to know what the Colorado beetle looks like.
Then we must find it.
Rather than risk life and limb up there, Foggy, why don't we just wait for it to come down?
No, we must find it. Another. They go through vegetation like socialism goes through other people's money.
What do you know about the wonders of nature?
He was the only one in our school who failed dirty jokes.
Hey, listen, Boggy. If they don't come down, can I have the Hitler Youth dagger with the spot of blood still on the blade?
These pests are very destructive.
Aha! The little red devil!
Red? colour of the beetles are black and yellow.
Oh, the one I saw were red with little black spots.
Let's go and get a bit of sausage for me tea, eh?
Aye.
The older you get, the more you see the hand of Providence in things. It sends us the heat wave, but not before it equips us in its mercy with short-sleeved flannelette vests.
Ah! I wish I were on a long white beach with palm trees, a clear blue sea, and Dorothy Lamour. And Dora Batty.
What do you want Nora Batty for if you've got Dorothy Lamour?
Well, a bloke's got to have a bit of grit in his diet.
Young, attractive woman, Dorothy Lamour. Can't quite see her taken up with a small figure in a ferret skin and a pair of down-at-heel wellies.
Better make that 2 ferret skins.
Ah, but you see, Machine Gun Mouth, this happens to be a desert island, and I'm the only bloke what's on it.
Miss Dorothy Lamour would devote her life to making raffia baskets before she'd take up with you.
Not if I rescue her from the slimy clutches of a 40-foot octopus what is terrorising the natives until they fled.
Ah, yes. And in a fit of gratitude, she hurls herself at you.
You get the idea?
Yes, into the slimy clutches of a 5-foot octopus that's been terrorising the simple natives round about here for as long as I can remember.
I wish I hadn't seen that. You don't want to look in there. Oh, it's horrible. It's more like yuck.
Well?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
I mean, nothing.
In this heat, you're supposed to feel something. Didn't anything stir?
Nothing.
Oh, damn it all, Ivy. It's a well-known fact that tropical weather conditions make European women lose all sense of control.
We're out of raspberry ripple.
Another bloody legend gone.
You see, there's something so unnatural about seeing grown-up people holding bits of each other. I mean, look how it's killed the cinema industry.
We're married, aren't we?
And there's no possible excuse, is there? Sex is something precious that you should do with the lights out without ever getting excited about it. And in the meantime, could we have 3 still lemonades with ice, please?
With ice? You must be joking.
Well, let the tap run.
Oh, hello, Wally.
Hello, Funny. Hello, Wally. How do you, Compo?
Hello, Wally.
Hello, Cleggy. Give 2 tea, Sydney, please. I wonder if there's a bit of something I could tempt to it. I know how the feels.
What does she like apart from being miserable and scrubbing steps?
She's had some bad news.
Bad news, eh? Well, I'll say this much, Wally. She's got the face for it.
If there's anything we can do.
No, don't hesitate to ask. Because he'll volunteer Cleggy and me faster than you can say.
That'll do. I know how fast you can say certain words. We don't want any of that in here.
Oh, we're only going to say Jock Robinson.
No.
Jack Robinson.
No.
Derek Ibbotson. I thought I'd bring her out for an hour. You know, have a walk round town, take her out of a hotel. I wonder if there's out she fancies. There's me.
She used to fancy counting on her fingers when newlyweds were having a baby.
Well, there must be something that an ex-military man with a first aid certificate can do.
You better leave her to get on with her depression. Don't forget that the women round here have been training for it all their lives. Pessimism is a female Yorkshire art form.
When you look at the men, you can see why.
That's right. Put her in a good mood for the rest of the day. It's no wonder there's always a slump in my domestic harmony after you 3 have been in. I won't have you insulting my missus in here. Unless you can do it very quietly.
You know, if it weren't for the urges of the flesh, I think I could forget about women altogether.
Here, the types you've been out with take some forgetting. By God, I remember that one he once brought to that barbecue and dance we had for the new playing field. Oh, dear. Oh.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, come on now. She was very striking.
She didn't strike me.
Well, you were too quick for her.
She gave her a good home.
For unmarried mothers.
Is he still moaning because she got a bit merry?
Merry? Merry? It's the first time I've seen a vicar scream in mortal terror.
Last I heard, she were in Blackpool.
Well, if she goes through their hot dogs as fast as she went through ours, we're in for a short season.
We went to Blackpool once for the day when Mrs. Clegg was alive. Funny that. She was usually more level-headed.
How old do you think a bloke has to be before the urges in the flesh die down?
Speaking personally, in my own case, I was nearly 37.
Right.
Where did you pick this bird up?
Oh, I met her one sultry afternoon down the betting shop.
Oh, a marriage of true minds. You can just see it, can't you? Sitting there holding hands under the no spitting notice.
I think what she needs is another woman.
Yeah.
Suck your tea.
Did you see that? I bet that's the first time he's touched her for years, except in self-defence.
Yes, well, I think the least we can do is to offer the woman our services.
Stay still. I've been offering her mine for years.
Ivy's coming now. That'll cheer her up.
Oh, my dear Wally. Come on. What is it, love?
Oh, buy it. That's cheer her up, isn't it?
They seem to know instinctively how to enjoy being sad.
I suppose it does women good to let the old emotions go once in a while. We men, of course, have to hide them behind a stiff upper lip.
Stiff upper lip? That looks like an untrimmed flue brush.
For crying out loud, is nobody going to ask him why she's weeping?
You don't do that kind of thing.
Suppose it's something personal.
Yeah.
Well, they're usually the most interesting.
Oh, it's nothing personal. You're supposed to use a little tact, you know.
Quite.
Has she found out they got another woman?
Very tactful.
What do I want with another woman?
I sometimes wonder what you wanted with the first.
Well, you know how it is. It happened before I got seriously interested in pigeons. Has there one lately? I've had a bit of bad luck with my old grey female. Look, stop talking about Nora. I'm talking about the pigeon. Oh, hey, had a very nice second this week with a young un. Ah, lovely. Oh, she's gonna be a dream. Hey, I get up at night sometimes just to go out and have a look at her. Oh, when I see her...
Now then.
Oh, shh. You know, I worry about her.
Oh, for God's sake, is nobody going to tell us why she's weeping?
It's a brother Billy in Australia. They say he's not going to last till Christmas. Their Billy's been dying for the last 15 years.
That's true. I'll bet there's nobody more experienced at dying than their Billy.
Ah, but this time he seems to have his heart set on it.
Why is she rushing about like that in this heat?
Some say it's because she's a warm-blooded creature full of restlessness and passion. And some say it's because she's crackers. She reckons work takes her mind off it. Used to send me peculiar, I know that.
I'm surprised you can remember.
I've had to graft in my day.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? One day.
You know what he's had enough, don't you?
Oh, my back went, didn't it?
Yeah, straight round to the bookies with the rest of you.
It seems like only yesterday that you two were having this very same discussion. Come to think of it, it was only yesterday.
Hey, Salazar at me. You get on my wick. Hey, up. Listen. What's up? She's gone quiet. She'll be upstairs in the bedroom brooding over their Billy's wedding photograph.
Well, if you can't get a laugh from a wedding photograph, you never will. We'll come back later, Wally, when she's in a happier frame of mind, eh?
Stay where you are. I've invited you, haven't I? Isn't a man master in his own house?
You never liked our Billy.
Neither did you.
Not when he was well. But since he's been poorly, I've liked him.
We merely came to offer our sympathy.
And to ask if you could sew a patch on the undervest.
Come away.
Well, then I have to take my shirt off in this